Oh, all right. Hey, uh, I'm recording this video for my ISEC project, Meet My World, in Istanbul. I am Rachit Goyal, and I'm going to start reading out questions and then start answering them. Uh, Please present yourself briefly, your school, your city, etc. All right. So I'm 21 years of age, and I'm from Jaipur, the Pink City, also known as the Pink City, from Rajasthan, India. This is the heritage capital for India and has a lot of tourist attraction around because of its rich culture and history of Mughal and Rajputs empires long back. Uh, this is not my favorite city. I'd still go for Hyderabad if given a choice too. The next question is about my personality and what my strengths and weaknesses may be. About my personality, I've been told that I have a very strong personality, and I too believe that is true. I'm a very strong-willed person. If I am onto a task, I make sure I do it anyhow. In fact, you may find this video. mm, I don't know. I may look very tired on the video, and I'm so sorry for it. I'm not very fresh. I've been working for 26 hours straight. It's 5:03 in the morning. I haven't had a change. I haven't had a change of clothes yet. I am working as a part-time entrepreneur and trying to make ends meet and do well with it. Uh, I've been told uh, sometimes I work too focused and too hard and do not give time to friends and family. Maybe that could be a weakness. And I think my strength is that my mind likes complexity. So sometimes I keep feeding myself with lots and lots of questions and problems I think I can solve, and I overdo or I try to overdo things. And at times I get a failure on it. Sometimes I come out with new solutions and new ideas to a problem that the world hasn't been thinking straight through. The next question is, what is my biggest dream? Unlike everybody who wants a big house and a big car and settle right there, that is something I want for myself. Apart from that, I want to give back to the world, but only after I have filled my end of it. And I once read in a book, I think Oceans and Diamonds was the title. Earning wealth is a very noble thing to do. It does more, you can do more good to the world with wealth than without it. So I have this philosophy all over my time, and there are three critical problems in the world that I want to solve: energy crisis, water crisis, and land crisis. The three issues we need to solve very critically, and I think education is the only key, only true key to have a solution on it. Have I ever been abroad? If yes, where did I go? I have been only once cross borders. It was Thailand, and it was a family trip. There was nothing much I did. I moved around the town. We went sightseeing on many beaches. My favorite one was Krabi, the Krabi Islands. It has a very beautiful view. I mean, it is breathtaking. The next question is, what do I know about Istanbul? And have you ever been there? Do you have any friends in Istanbul? No, I've never been to Istanbul. I do know it is a very beautiful place, and I have seen many pictures of the Blue Mosque. I know it is the only transcontinental. I'm so sorry. I know it is the only transcontinental city in the world, and it has history. It has great history about the Roman and the Egyptian empires, and that is something I want to explore and learn more. It has an amalgamation of many different cultures, and I have always been intrigued by rich history. That is something I want to know. I do not have a friend staying there, but I do know this one person called Walden. So she was on a bus with me to a trip, and then she was not supposed to be on the bus, and it was a wrong route she chose. She didn't very well commute in English, and then she had lots of troubles. I helped her a bit, and she was very good to go, and she was a kind person. The next question is, have I ever been a part of a social responsibility project? Yes, I have. If you're accustomed with CSR projects, this is corporate social responsibility. So I come from a legal college, the College of Law, Petroleum University, Uttarakhand. So the CSR team hired a few selected students to be a part of the CSR group, and then we were supposed to go out and reach out to young students, teach them about a little bit of culture, teach them about English. These are school students from the government schools, and they are pre-primary students, aged between 3 to 7 years of age, and they were taught English, maths, basic sciences, and etiquettes. And I personally gave them ideas on how you could be a better person, how you should try to be what you want to achieve in life, and you should only move towards it. Because I don't think education is solely getting numbers and figures. I think education has a deeper meaning, wherein you should uh, understand what are the core ethics and values you should have, and you should promote further. Education has a deeper meaning than what the books suggest. Uh, what is Meet My World project, and why did I specifically choose this project? If I am chosen, what will I be doing as an intern? Meet My World project is one amongst the many SD. What is it? I'm so sorry. SDGs, the uh, Sustainable Development Groups. So, among the many goals, this is one where the UN and the ISA get together to help people understand what global crises are and how they can be worked up. I have already used 6 minutes. I'm so sorry. How they can be worked up and how they should be helped, how they should be understood and tackled upon. uh, if I am chosen, what do I do as an intern? I get down to the core values. I integrate them culturally with depending on the history of the country and the uh, gender uh, gender equality, the economics of the country, the education of the country, and the ground root levels of do even the children do the children even understand what these problems are, and do they know what we as a world together are doing to tackle them or not? If they don't, it is going to be my duty to let them be aware of it. And either way, if they do or if they don't, we should propagate and encourage them to have better results by better means. That is going to be my role as an intern, which is only going to be the first step towards my life goal, which is to develop the three critical issues, which is to tackle the three critical issues I have always thought the world needs to handle. And education is the true key. What does working with a team mean to me? Working in a team means to me like taking care of a family. You get together, you understand the pros every person has. I do not pay much attention to what negatives one person can have. I only look forward the purposeful qualities a person possesses. So, me as an individual could do the best channelizing every part of the human resource a team has, focusing on how to get the job done and go ahead further and quickly. And yeah, that is it. If you have a problem with your teammates, what would you do to solve the problem? If the problem is very pertinent and if it is unsolvable, I'd have to wait till the end of the day to talk it through. I will not, however, disturb the work at hand present, which is being done, only to discuss a problem that I personally face. I will wait for the end of the day to communicate what the problem is. We'd understand, and I don't think it is going to be a very tough job to do, because you might even call this a strength. I am good at keeping personal and work relationships different. So problems with work don't usually come across, because I only look forward in a person the good qualities that can be matched, and I don't involve myself very deeply into a person who is only going to be oriented for work. When you're done with the job, you're good to go have a gala time and laugh. Uh, the next question is, why do you think empowerment of others is important? Okay, since I have already told that I think education is the key, I think education is also a form of empowerment and vice versa. It is an important role. Uh, why is it important for others? Because the world needs education. The world needs education, and education is empowerment. When you know what you're doing, when you know what the world is doing, and when you know what you're capable of together, that is empowerment. It is important to know that it is important to feel and be educated to understand what the problem is. Only then can you tackle it. Empowerment is giving independence to one's thoughts, and education and empowerment are synonymous to me, and I think that is equal. That makes it equally significant why it is important. I think I have no better answer to that question. Are you an ISEC member? No, I haven't been an applicant or a member to ISEC earlier. This is my first time. Do you know about SDGs? Yes, SDGs are Sustainable Development Goals set by the UN. There are many different ones. I am going to be addressing the one with education and the Meet My World project. What is the purpose of SDGs? The purpose for SDGs is to have a safer future for the next generations without compromising the today's world. So this is collective working about the needs and not harming the future generations needs, because it is we've been blessed to have been given a world to live, a livable world to live in. That is something we should do it. So it's not that we've bought the world, it's only a rent due, and you should leave it livable. That is it. Do you have any teaching or facilitating experience specifically with teens? Please give some details. I have a teaching and facilitating experience, not with teens. I haven't taught teens. I've taught pre-primary students. Yeah. Do you trust yourself making presentations in front of everyone, especially for teenagers from 14 to 18 years of age? Yes, I trust myself enough to do that. I have been an orator in my college for the last 4 years. I'm in the fourth year course. I'm in the fourth year of my law degree. So I have been the official anchor for the college, and I have always been an open speaker about my thoughts and opinions in my school days as well. And I have been able to grab attention because uh, since being a very recent teenager, I'm only 21 years of age. I know how. I think I know how they think and how they feel attracted to things. Uh, yeah. How are you going to manage to get teenagers' attention all the time? I'm going to communicate to them on a level individually, because teenagers sometimes lack uh, emotional touches on a few notes. Some teenagers, they might drift away because they don't think they have a good person to talk to. Some may drift away because they don't have a humorous person to talk to, or some might even just call you boring. So you have to constantly have a skip in the middle to have a joke, or you just have to tell them the importance of a single thing. If you make them understand why it is important to learn something, I think every teenager listens to you. They wouldn't listen to a person, a very grown up person, but being aged very close to them, I think that's the job. Because I have always felt very I've always felt myself paying attention to teachers who are younger in age than teachers who were older in my college and school days both. You could relate better. Do you have any special talents that you can share with us during the project? uh, I think I have always been a very music oriented person. So I taught myself playing the flute, tabla, and keyboard. I've been awarded